Hi guys, hope you're okay. I just wanted to do a video of my weight loss journey and how I'm going and how it's been and where I started from. It's been a very hard one. It's been highs, it's been lows, it's been happy, it's been sad this year. But I'm hopefully on the right track, and hopefully I can help you guys too. In 2012, I started a journey on having gastric band fitted through the NHS. That was a bit of a crazy journey, really. It's not a quick fix. People think, oh, I'll have a gastric band done. It's not a quick fix. You still have to put in the work. I learned very quickly on what you shouldn't be eating. But I will get back to that. So in 2012, I went to my GP and said, look, I'm thinking about wanting the gastric band done. I was heading on for 24 stone at the time. And they were happily to put me through for a referral to the NHS bariatrics gastric band unit. They were really good, and it took a long time for it to come through. I think it was a couple of months before I heard anything from the hospital. They wanted me to go on a course, a 13-week course, to lose weight, to prove that I could lose weight. So it was a local dietitian that did the actual course, and she just basically showed you how to be healthy and what you could eat and not what you could eat, and you know, all the stuff that you need to do to lose weight. So you had to lose 3%. I think it's 3% of weight. So not a lot, but you had to prove you had to lose weight. Anyway, I got to target weight, which was great, which was only £3 or £4. Then they put you for referral back to the bariatrics. Now, at the time in 2012, it was a bit of a, people were having it done, having gastric bands and gastric bypasses and gastric sleeves done, but it was hard to get the funding for it, and it was very rare that you got the funding for it. So they went back, and I seen a lovely surgeon and a lovely lady who I talked to him and said, look, I want to start a family. It's hard for me to lose weight. And I don't want to be running around overweight and not being able to look after my child. Anyway, they wrote all that down, and they sent off the referral, and then I heard back within a couple of months again, maybe longer, and said I have been accepted for a gastric bypass band sleeve, whatever I chose to, really. So I went to the Spire Clinic in Macclesfield to see a surgeon and a dietitian, and they gave me the option of 3. So it was gastric band, gastric bypass, and gastric sleeve. It was a bit daunting, because they were like, well, you still, it's not a magic fix, you still have to put in the work. And I was like, yeah, at the time I was like, yeah, you know, I can do it. I mean, I've got it still. I've still got my gastric band. You know, eventually it does work, but at the time when before I had the operation, you just don't know. It's on the unknown. After that, they put me for my pre-op, which was just blood tests and all the stuff that you need for a pre-op, and then to having my procedure done. So I've got 5 insertions in my stomach and a port underneath my stomach where they inject. So I had the gastric band. So it goes round your stomach and it tightens with saline solution through a port. And you can have it tightened or you can have it loosened. It's not one of these ones that, you know, like a bypass or a sleeve where it's either been stitched or it's been cut out. Before my procedure, I had to do a 2-week diet, which consisted of 800 calories 1 week every day and 400 calories every day for a week, the second week. Which was like broth for the second week and all clear stuff, you know, just not anything too heavy. They wanted to shrink my liver so then they could lift it up so they could put the band in place. It was a hard one, that one, because I mean, being such a big girl, I was used to eating chocolate, crisps, lots of starchy foods and stuff like that. It was so bloody hard. And it was, you know, it was not the easiest. So yeah, onto my onto the procedure. The day after, they filled me full of morphine, which I felt wonderful. You feel like you're on cloud 9. I felt like I could conquer the world, and I thought, great, if it feels like this, it's a breeze, you know. It's a, you know, yeah, I've had keyhole surgery, but I mean, I wouldn't really say, you know, I wouldn't say it was bad, but OMG, a couple of days after, it hit me like a sledgehammer. I felt like my whole body was that bad. I can remember feeling so bloated because of the wind, because they fill you full of air. The wind being dispelled, it was just getting stuck because of the band, because you're taking on air and you just want, it was just the most horrific thing ever. I mean, it's been the best thing for me, but I mean, at the time it was the most horrific thing because you're healing inside, because all your body is bruised, and I had to have warfarin injections and stuff like that. It was the most horrible thing ever. Yeah, I can remember being sick constantly because I was just thinking, I could eat normal, but not really. I was on pureed vegetables and pureed Sunday roast that my mum made me with just gravy and a bit of meat stock, you know, stuff like that to feel like I was eating something normal. But it was far from normal. Anyway, 13 weeks after that, it healed and I started to feel normal after probably 2 weeks. 13 weeks after that, I went back and they said, yeah, you know, you're doing really well. Yeah, you can start to see improvements. But then old habits get back in the way. You start to realise that your body can cope with melting down crisps in your mouth. You can drink very mild fizzy drinks. You can drink melted chocolate. And it just spiraled from there. And I was then yo-yoing, thinking, this is not gonna work, this is not gonna work, this is not gonna work. I was going backwards and to the Spire Clinic in Macclesfield, and they were filling it up and releasing it, and you know, and I was seeing a dietitian and I was saying, look, you know, it's yeah, I'm doing the wrong things, but I'll get back on it. And you know, all the bad habits come back into place, you know, the old evil bit, and you know, you go and it's like, yeah, I just would be eating mushy crisps and mushy chocolate. Then they decided they could transfer me to a new unit in the Countess of Chester, which was the Phoenix. Now, I never got on with this because it was NHS funded. Yeah, as the surgeons and all the dietitians were great, they didn't do the best, really, in my eyes. They were I was going for my appointments, and they were just sticking their nose down at me, like, not in the other place that where they were like concerned or, you know, trying to figure of other ways and stuff like that. They would fill my band through my port, and then I would be very, very poorly because they would fill it too much, or I would be like The Exorcist and my head would be spinning. You know, I couldn't drink any water, or I couldn't take any food on. It was too tight. So basically they were filling it to the point where I was really poorly. But then they couldn't understand why I was not losing any weight. It was because that I was eating the wrong things, and they were resolving it. But then their funding disbanded in Chester. So yeah, I then just carried on by myself, thinking, oh, it'll be fine. I'll be, you know, I'll just carry on. And as the years went on, from like 2013, 2014, 2015, and so on, I just ballooned. I was virtually 25 stone, and this is where I am. I'm not 25 stone now. No. I went back to the doctor. Well, no, actually, the doctor said to me, look, I'm going to refer you back to the dietitian and to the gastric band unit, which is now based in Stoke-on-Trent, which is a university, and it's part of the whole web of the NHS around here. They wanted to see me again to have a gastric band adjustment. So I did. I went to Stoke-on-Trent, and they filled me up. They did an actual x-ray again. So in Macclesfield, they used to x-ray me, see where my port is, and make sure it's in the correct place in case there was any slipping, because that's what they said. If there was any slipping, then they would have to have it out, my band, and then they would have to go through another route. So I probably would have had to have something more drastic. So the drastic side would have been to have it out, and I thought, oh, I don't think I could have the gastric bypass or the sleeve, because I just think, oh, I just don't think I could do it anymore. But I didn't. I went to Stoke-on-Trent, and they said no, it was great. It was still intact. It was great. We'll fill it up today. We'll just make it a little bit tighter, and just make sure you eat. Mushy foods the next couple of weeks, months, depending on how you're feeling. So I started on the 16th of January this year. This is where my journey started. Had it adjusted, my band, and I was eating homemade soups and cauliflower cheese and light calorie alternatives. It's changed me completely this year. I mean, I've had highs and lows. We lost our fur baby in September. We've had rubbish times, but we've stayed positive. So in January, I was eating light calorie food. Never liked coffee. I never liked hot food, really, like spicy food. It just wasn't me. I was just never like that. But since my weight loss, I drink coffee. I eat spicy food because it's great for giving me flavour. I know I can eat lots of flavouring foods and stuff like that, but it's really helped me with spicy foods, just to add a little bit more spice and know that that I'm getting some kind of flavour into my food. Yeah, so January, I keep diverting. In January, I was just eating like lighter food, so small salads. From a big plate, I was then now down to a small plate, so a side plate dish, it's big, but it's not that big. And I was eating small meals. So I was eating cauliflower cheese and tuna mayonnaise. I was eating fish. I was eating very, very healthy. At the time in January, I was reaching 25 stone. So I was 24.12. So I was nearly 25 stone, let's say. I didn't think I would lose this weight. I really, really didn't. I thought, I'll give it a couple of months and I'll probably be back to my normal ways. Who knew? Who knew that I was going to lose all this weight? I could see after a couple of weeks, things started to change. Like my body shape. I was losing weight on my feet and my ears, places that I never thought that I would lose weight, but I was losing it on the tops of my feet, my earlobes, and then onto my bust, I felt like I was melting, which was a great sign. Then I started to find alternative foods that would help me lose weight. So I was eating salads because it was coming up to summer and spring and summer, and so I was eating salads and lots of alternative low carb foods. So like skinny rice and skinny noodles and skinny pasta and stuff like that, and low sugar foods as well. So things like for a dessert, I would treat myself to an Angel Delight. Absolutely love Angel Delight. Butterscotch, strawberry, banana. Just loved it because it just made me feel like I was eating something naughty. And then I started exercising. I never did exercising. I did 1 to 2 minutes a day. I'd always sit on the sofa, watch telly, grab a bag of crisps, chips in America if you're watching. I went on my recumbent bike. My mum and dad loaned me their recumbent bike, which is a sit back bike. And I'd just pedal for 2 minutes a day. And then I think, okay, let me try 5 minutes. So I'd try 5 minutes and I'd do that for a week. And yeah, I'd be out of breath and I'd be thinking, oh, I can't do this, can't do it. And I was losing weight just like eating healthy and smaller meals. But then I started to drop the weight because I was exercising as well. So I was in calorie deficit, which means that I was eating low calories but doing more. So I was burning off whatever I was eating, and then basically my body was burning it all up and making me drop weight. I love my recumbent bike. As I say, I was building it up from then 5 minutes to 10 minutes, then to 20 minutes, then to 30 minutes. Now I do some days 95 minutes, maybe more if I feel like it. I've got elastic, like retention bands on there, which help, you know, to build up my muscles on my arms. And I do need to get some weights, give me Drew, because I do need to start toning up muscle and stuff like that. But I know with how much I've lost, you do feel like you've got a lot of skin. My skin it does hang a lot. I mean, it's not as bad as it was because I have been trying to use the retention bands, and so it's starting. I mean, I've got almighty bingo wings, which is horrible, but I mean, if I want to be healthy, I've got to take these. I also do, I've also got a VR headset, so I do VR fitness, which is FitXR. That's basically submersive fitness. So you're doing cardio, Zumba, HIIT, sculpt, boxing. You're doing all different kinds of exercise, so you're moving your body constantly, which is helping burn off any energy, and it's burning calories. So yeah, I started to then drop the weight so I could start seeing the stones disappear. And by May, I'd lost 5 stone. This was after having my band adjusted and eating just healthily. May, I was just thinking, oh my God, where am I going? Where's my body going? My leggings started to get really baggy. I had sharp A's on my knees, and I was a bit reluctant because me being big still, I was thinking, I don't want to go and buy expensive gym wear because I couldn't afford to go and spend all that money on clothes like that. And then to lose weight even more, and then think, oh, well, I've lost weight again. I can't wear them because they're really baggy. It's just, to today's date, I am now 13 stone 2, which for my BMI, I should be 12 stone 7. I'm not pushing my body because it's November now, heading towards Christmas. I'm not pushing my body because I don't want to be starving myself. I just want to be healthy. I want to be clear with everybody. It's a hard journey, a really hard journey. I know I've had my husband to help me. He's been my rock. My family have been my rock. They've all been so supportive. They've been absolutely amazing. And I've been getting foods from places that, you know, I've not spent a lot of money, because I mean, when you say diet or you say healthy eating, it becomes expensive because you think, oh, chicken. It's like a tray of chicken is like £14, or you know, just vegetables in general, because you're constantly eating vegetables as well. If you go to get a packet of crisps, is what, £1, £2? It's not a lot of money. So what were you going to choose? But I was going, okay, do I have a bag of crisps, or do I have a handful of sugar snap peas? And I'd go for the sugar snap peas because I think, no, I need to be good, so I'd have the sugar snap peas. I also have dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is a great one. I always used to be a big one for Cadbury's chocolate. I went through a stage of wanting chocolate, anything naughty really, but I was like weighing it out, going thinking, okay, if I have this, I'm going to put weight on, but if I have this, I might lose more weight. So I'd go for the healthy alternative. So I'd go for the 85% dark chocolate. I would go for the alternative meat. So I'd go for like chicken thighs, boneless chicken thighs, chicken breast, fish. I'd go for the alternative. So if I wanted a sausage or something like that, I'd go for the alternative for the sausage. So I'd go for like a heck sausage or a corn sausage, or the low reduced meat really that is a lot healthy and a lot more a better alternative for you, but only in small moderation. I know I'm babbling on, but I want to just let everybody know who's out there, you're not alone. I am with you. I am still on my journey. I am still losing weight. I am still not a target weight. I want you to come along with me on this journey. I want you to see it's not easy and it's not hard, but I'll be always there with you. Thank you.